Joyce reinvented storytelling with Ulysses. After a century, the book still electrifies and frustrates. Plot tour without spoilers. Joyce compresses a lifetime into one Dublin day. Ulysses follows three wanderers on 16th June 1904, now celebrated as Bloomsday. Stephen Dedalus wrestles with guilt, ambition, and the ghost of his dead mother. Leopold Bloom, an ad salesman, drifts through errands while grieving his lost son. Molly Bloom waits in bed, composing memories and planning possible betrayals. Their paths braid across pubs, beaches, hospitals, and a brothel before nightfall. Each mundane action mirrors an episode from Homer's Odyssey, giving everyday life epic gravity. Yet the novel asks no prior myth knowledge. Parallels enrich rather than dominate. By midnight, Joyce has exposed politics, religion, sex, grief, and hope within ordinary errands. The simple day feels monumentally human once the dust settles. Fractured perspectives replace linear plot, mirroring how memory interrupts real experience. The sun setting over the river signals closure, yet unanswered questions linger deliberately. The city itself becomes a fourth protagonist, its cobblestones echoing every footstep of exiles. Joyce wrote from abroad, yet his memory reproduces Dublin weather with meteorological precision. Characters and voice three. Central voices create a symphony of doubt, desire, and comedy. Stephen's chapters use cerebral prose, echoing youthful arrogance and existential dread. He cites Aquinas and Aristotle, yet flinches at physical mess and social compromise. Bloom's narration turns tender, observant, and slyly comedic. He notices soap scent, political posters, and injured animals with equal compassion. Though cuckolded, Bloom refuses bitterness, seeking connection wherever conversation blooms. Molly speaks last in an unpunctuated soliloquy, raw as a diary and as funny. Her voice claims sexuality, domestic fatigue, and secret dreams the men barely sense. Together, the trio paints Dublin as a living organism, opinionated and wounded. Secondary figures, priests, drunks, teachers, flash by, each sketched with uncanny specificity. Joyce lets even walk-on characters reveal hidden pride or panic through a single idiom. Joyce assigns each voice unique syntax, so we recognize a speaker within 3 words. Even gossiping barflies gain monologues that crackle with puns and resentment. Stephen seeks a spiritual father. Bloom seeks a spiritual son. Their meeting heals both. Molly's final monologue answers that quest with an unapologetic affirmation of life. Language and style. The language is both playground and battlefield. Each chapter adopts a distinct style, from newspaper headlines to Latin catechism to cabaret script. Joyce parodies popular forms, then pushes them until structure itself seems to liquefy. The infamous Oxen of the Sun chapter evolves English through historical stages within one hospital ward. Sound drives meaning, read passages aloud, and the rhythms unlock buried jokes. Yes, sentences sprawl over pages, but punctuation always guides the adventurous reader. Joyce refuses translation into film because the cinema already hides within his prose. Montage, voiceover, flashback, and stream of consciousness appear decades before Hollywood formalizes them. The result feels overwhelming at first, but becomes addictive once patterns surface. Reading slowly, with notes, rewards more than any plot summary online. References to advertisements and music hall jingles anchor wild style in recognizable culture. Joyce loved ordinary slang and scientific jargon equally, tossing them into paragraphs like fireworks. Some passages parody legal briefs, forcing readers to scan, decode, then laugh. A single chapter may shift styles 10 times, demanding agile reading muscles. Footnotes help, but surrendering to sound often works better than scholarly excavation. Many first-time readers sample the audiobook alongside the text to catch tonal glints. Why it still matters. Ulysses remains banned, beloved, and bewildering for the same reasons. It defends bodily freedom, mocking censors who separate literature from life. It democratizes heroism, suggesting any citizen's routine merits epic treatment. It captures a city's pulse so meticulously that scholars map taxi fares and slang variants. Modernist experimentation later shapes Faulkner, Woolf, Rushdie, and even TV like The Wire. Revisiting Ulysses also exposes biases. Nationalism, misogyny, and anti-Semitism still haunt public debate. Joyce never offers easy morals. He invites readers to argue across generations. That conversation proves the book's vitality better than any professor's annotation. Reading with friends, podcasts, or pubs resurrects literature as a communal sport. Finish the final yes, and you may feel Dublin's breath in your own lungs. Academics still unearth allusions, proving the text richer than any single commentary. Censors banned the book for obscenity, yet the trial expanded free speech law. Every rereading uncovers a new joke or heartbreak that felt invisible before. Technology keeps the conversation alive. Online annotations and digital maps invite global pilgrims. Each June, thousands reenact Bloom's route, proving fiction can redesign real geography. Read my full deep dive article for guidance, annotations, and tips on tackling Joyce.